Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and to Vlogmas. Today I am going to do something a little different. It's been 5 years coming to do this video. Believe it or not, back when I first made this YouTube channel, like early on, I made a little time capsule video. It was just a time capsule video of me talking about my life and like my hopes for the future. And the idea was that I'd watch it back in 5 years and see what happens, you know. And I have not watched it since I edited it 5 years ago. It looks like right now it has 208 views. So not very many, but more than what I'm getting right now. So anyway, I was doing all right back then. So it's probably really bad. I was really new at YouTube. I probably seem different on camera than I do now, if I had to guess, but I guess we'll find out together, won't we? Because I have not watched this. So I'm a little bit nervous. I vaguely remember some of the things I talked about maybe in this video, but it's been so long that I don't really remember. So it's gonna be interesting to see. So we'll just watch it together and see what happens. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm so nervous. Well, hi. So today's video is actually going to be a time capsule video. I've seen a lot of people recently do time capsules where they leave a message and ask questions for their future self, and I just thought it would be kind of a neat idea, something that I could watch again 5 years from now on my birthday, March 24th, 2019, and just see what's happened in the 5 years since I recorded this. Yeah, that's right. This was recorded on my birthday 5 years ago, so it was recorded on March 24th, 2014. So, yeah, I was supposed to do this back on my birthday, but obviously I wasn't really making videos or paying attention back then, so I missed my birthday. So at least I'm getting it done before the year is over. First of all, happy birthday. You're 33. What? That's crazy. Are you happy? Have you figured out what that even means yet? Have you met someone yet? Boyfriend? Do you have a husband? That would be exciting. Oh my God. That's a lot of questions really fast. Woo, woo, girl, slow down. Let's unpack that just a little bit. Are you happy? Yes. I do ask, do I even know what that means? That's interesting that I word it that way. Just knowing the state of mind that I was in at the time that I made this, I'm not surprised that I worded it that way. At the time I was going through a very weird time. I was transitioning from kind of thinking one way to another, and so I definitely yeah, I'm not surprised I worded it that way. But yeah, I mean, I think I know what happiness is. I think happiness is choosing to be I mean, it's a very heavy question, but I think happiness is choosing to be grateful for what you have and where you are, you know, at the time. So, you know, obviously circumstances can change, bad and good things can happen, but I think you can still choose to be happy despite it all. I do think it's a choice. But I definitely would say that I'm happy. I'm definitely happier now than I was then. That was kind of a hard time for me, I think. Just looking back on it, it was a rough time. I mean, there's a reason I started a YouTube channel, and it was to like distract myself from some things that were going on at the time. I forgot to address, yes, I got married. Obviously, I met someone and got married, so I forgot to mention that. Okay. And it's something that, you know, you fret about frequently. Fret. Who uses the word fret? Are you still at PA? Yes, I'm still at PA. It is where I work. I'm not going to specify the full name of that place just because I don't need everyone coming to where I work. I don't know why I put that in a YouTube video, But yes, I still work at the same place. Or have you gone somewhere else? If you continue with your current trend, you're probably somewhere else. But this job has been a little bit different. It is true. Before I had the current job that I have, I've been there for 7 years. Every job I had before this, I'd only been there 2. And I hadn't been there even 2 years when I made this. So yes, I've been there 7 years versus my usual 2 before this. So crazy, the time flies. Maybe you're still there. If you have moved somewhere else, are you still friends with anyone there? Do you stay connected? Because you should. Because people there really help you through some hard times. Oh, that's so sad. It's so true. And you know what? Most of those people that helped me through those hard times are gone, except for just a couple. And I do stay mostly in touch with those people. I can't believe I put all this in a YouTube video. I must have really thought no one was going to watch. I wouldn't have. Jeez. But it's true. The people there, oh, I do miss that crew. It was such a special time. The people there now are great too, but I think it was just a unique time for me then because I was going through my faith crisis at the time, which I have not elaborated on in these videos. I will eventually. It's something I need to talk about eventually, but because it's been a long time now. I can talk about it now. I couldn't talk about it back then. But it's true. Those people really helped me through a lot. And there's still a couple of them left, but a lot of them they've moved on. I have stayed. But yeah. Oh, I really did I loved my job then. It's different now, but I wouldn't say it's quite as amazing as it was back then. But they really helped me a lot. Those people did. It was really great. Times. Did you ever go travel? I know you've thought about that a lot as well, but the idea kind of scares you a little bit. Or have you settled down? Have you bought a house? If you have met someone, have you had... Whoa, I'm just with the questions. Okay. So what did I just say? I was wondering if I traveled. No, I never could get up the courage to do that. And I just like having home base, you know. As a nurse, you do have the option to travel. That's something you can do. A lot of people, in fact, I work with one right now that's at our hospital that's a traveler. But I never could do it. It is a really good way to make a lot of money. But I like having a home to come home to every day. Yes, we bought a house. That back then would have been an insane thing to think of. I was like in debt at the time and like super bad. Like there was no way I was like going to buy a house back then. It was not even on my brain, but I knew it was possible in the future. And it is something I did with my husband. Have you had a child? Guess that could happen in the next 5 years. If so, congratulations on being a mother, because that's something you really want and you've wanted for a long time. If not, it's okay. You still have time. You're only 33. You still have time. Oh, my heart. No, I've not had a child. I still want one. We're working on it. Yeah, and she's right. I do still have time, and I have to remind myself of that. And at 33, it's not a disaster that it hasn't happened yet. You know, we're working on it. It's part of why I'm losing weight. I'll get into that, you know, in another video. Still have time. You're only 33. You still have time. Just remember Mom. Mom started at 30, so you still have some time. Don't forget that if you are a mother, you really want to be a stay-at-home mother. Hopefully that's something that you're able to do. Did you ever find a way to channel all this creative energy that is like exploding out of your head right now? Because right now that you can't do enough to keep the creativity at bay. It's just exploding out of you right now and you're not exactly sure what to do about that. Have you continued making videos, whether for YouTube or just for yourself? Woo, girl, she is just question. I do feel like I've done a pretty good job channeling my creativity. I continued with YouTube for quite a while after this before it kind of puttered out for a little bit. And then of course I did start making videos for other people, doing weddings and stuff. So, I mean, I've pretty much continued making videos the entire time since then. I just haven't done it all on YouTube. And I feel like I'm honing my creativity, you know, there are certain things that I might have had ideas for back then that I just decided to let go, and other things that I fleshed out. I mean, it wasn't until after this that I made like my Harry Potter videos that did so well and all that. So yeah, I would say yes, you found a way to channel it, and you're definitely a lot better at making videos for sure. A lot better. Did this whole blogging, YouTubing thing turn into anything? Were you able to grow it into something, or is it still just a hobby, or have you moved on to something else? Was it just a phase? If it is, that's okay. Right now you really enjoy it. And if you find something later on that's even more enjoyable, then I'm happy for you. Where are you at in your spiritual journey? Because the last year has been crazy and things have really changed a lot for you. Right now you identify as an agnostic. Is that still the case? Or have you changed your tune? Have you found belief again? Or has your doubt just compounded? Have you chosen to reconnect with religion? I cannot believe I put all this in a YouTube video. I do not remember this. Well, I'll get back to this in a minute. Reconnect with religion of any kind? If so, I trust your judgment, because I know you take these matters very seriously. Whoa. Gosh, I was not expecting to talk about this in the video today. Wow, I'm gonna have to make a follow-up video about this one. This is a big topic. So long story short, very shortly before starting YouTube and making this video, I left the LDS church, and it was a really big deal for me. My faith beliefs got smashed. I mean, just destroyed, obliterated, smashed into smithereens. It was a very difficult time. You know, I left the religion, my whole family stayed in the religion, and to this day, that is still the same situation. I'm the one that's left, everyone else is still in there, and they all wish I would come back. I've processed that a lot over the years, and I've done a lot better. I'm still trying to figure out what I believe. I still identify as an agnostic, which is basically just saying I don't know. That's what being an agnostic is. I don't know. And I move forward with my eyes open to the possibility. No, I have not joined a religion. I don't plan to anytime soon, but I'm also not completely opposed to it. It just kind of, it would really take a special situation though, but whew, this is a lot to unpack in one video, y'all. I'm gonna have to make some follow-up videos. But yeah, still agnostic. I must have really thought nobody was gonna watch this video. This is some heavy crap. Wow. I've come a long way though since this video. I mean, I'm just more comfortable with myself. At the time, being agnostic felt really uncomfortable. It was like so weird. And now I'm like, I am okay with it, you know? I just acknowledge that some things are not knowable. To me, it's as simple as that. We'll have to unpack that in another video sometime. That's a video for another day. How's the relationship with your family? Is everyone all living across different parts of the country? And if you haven't talked to your siblings in a while, give them a call. They're some of the most important people in your life. So make sure you keep those relationships strong. Right now, you feel a little isolated, being the only one that hasn't paired off. Well, except for Michael, but he's on his mission. Michael, goodness gracious, Michael. He'll be 25 when you watch this again. 25. Oh my goodness. Ooh. I actually see my siblings all the time. Only, no one has moved away actually. In fact, everyone came back for a little while, although one, my brother, the one with little baby Clara, he is about to move away. But the rest of us are still here. My brother, baby brother Michael, who at the time had not paired off because he was on his LDS church mission at the time. He's back and he's now married with 2 babies. So he beat me to having babies. All of my siblings beat me to having babies. I'm the oldest and all my siblings have had children except me. But I am married. So at least step 1. But I do remember feeling kind of like poo-poo about how I didn't have a partner like everyone else. Everyone else was dating or married at the time. And I remember being kind of boo-hoo about that, thinking something was wrong with me. But you know what? It just wasn't my time. And I'm really glad I hadn't met anyone yet, because this was like the start of me figuring out who I was as a person. And it was not my time to find someone yet. And when I did finally find someone, it was the perfect time. And it was with the perfect man. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I did not expect to cry. With the perfect man that understood my journey and what I went through all this, like on our very first date, we talked about my faith journey and all that, and he understood it. And accepted it immediately. And is actually a big part of why he was attracted to me. So, because I was strong enough to think for myself and leave that religion on my own, even though it's really hard to leave a religion like that. Woo, this is some heavy crap, y'all. Whoa. That's hard to believe. Your baby brother is 25 years old. I know. What? That is How are mom and dad? Are they doing well? Do they have like a zillion grandbabies? Because they probably do by now. I'm sure they love it. Do you still live in this apartment? They do have they have 8. They have 8 grandbabies, which at the time, they had none. Yeah. Well, maybe Bane. No, I think maybe the first one was in the belly. I think Bane might have been, he might have been almost born, but not quite. I don't even know if I knew yet. He was born in August. So yeah, I might have known about it, but yeah, there's 8 since then. So, cause yeah, Bane's 5 and this was 5 years ago. So we probably knew about Bane, the oldest, but yeah, 8 total now. Woo. And my mom, she loves it. She lives for that. She lives for it. Still live in this apartment? Please tell me no. As great as this apartment has been for you, it's time to move on. Hopefully that happened relatively shortly after this video. Have you paid off all of your debt? Have you paid off your car? Paid off your student loans? If you stayed on track, you should have by now. That must have been a great relief, though, if you have. Hopefully you've gotten a little bit better with your money. If you haven't gotten out of debt completely yet, keep working on it. If you're not in debt, try not to get in debt ever again, because it's awful. Whew, okay. Whew, she's so fast. Okay, yes, obviously I moved out of that apartment. I actually moved right before I met my husband into another little place that I was only at for a year before I moved again. But yeah, I got out of that apartment. I remember feeling cabin fever bad in that apartment. I lived there for a while. I lived there for like 6 years. And I just remember feeling like it was a great apartment. And I actually regretted moving to that other place. I actually have a vlog up, I think, of me moving to that other place. But I ended up hating that other place. But at the same time, it was kind of good to like have a change of scenery. And it happened at the exact same time that I met Pat for the first time and we started dating. So it was like closing a chapter. So I'm kind of glad, even though I hated that place that I moved to, it was just a horrible rental. But it was kind of nice to close a chapter on like my single life. I feel like all my single life was at that apartment. You know, and so I closed that chapter. Pat did come to this apartment like twice. And I was packing at the time. Like all my stuff was in boxes. So he never really saw it like set up the way I lived in it. It was all getting packed up when I first, but yeah. Oh, and then talking about debt. Yes, I did get out of debt. It was a great relief. And I've sworn never to get in debt again. The only debt we have now is the house, which is the best way to be. So yeah, just the mortgage. But no other debt, and I'm very serious about maintaining that because I remember how horrible of a feeling it was to be in debt like that. So, yeah, I'm glad I got out of that. How's Christina? She's the person you're closest to more than anyone. Aaron, 10? You love him so much. I put this blanket down because I realized I was blending into my bedspread. Video shooting fail. That was not necessary. It looked fine. Oh, so self-conscious. I was like, oh, I need some separation between my shirt and the blanket. I kind of remember doing that actually in the video. And I remember thinking that was kind of stupid in the end, actually. I didn't need to do that. But talking about Christina, she's my cousin and she's basically like a sister to me. I don't see her as often as I used to. I hung out with her a lot back then because she was one of the few people that really listened to me about my leaving the church and all that. And yeah, her son Aaron, he's a lot bigger now, but I guess he's actually 11 now that it's Christmas. So yeah, he's 11, but that's crazy. I was there when he was born. Like, I was in the C-section and everything. So yeah, I definitely feel like Christina's like my sister, and she's been there a lot for me over the years. She really encouraged me on this YouTube channel too. She helped me film my very first video. Like my first one with me on camera. Yeah. Love you, Christina. I love you so much. Have you been out of the country again yet? If not, you really need to plan that. Don't ever let your dreams of traveling go. There's so much to see out there. Try to go see it. And if you can, see it with someone that you really care about. You still have an iPhone? Or have you switched to something better? Oh, that's my old iPhone. And back to the traveling question. We went to the Bahamas. That barely counts. Because we just went to a resort. I would still like to travel, and I've told Pat that, and we're going to plan on it at some point. Going to Europe or something like that. It's just very expensive, you know, and I'm not going into debt, as we are previously discussed, so we're going to have to save up a little bit because that's going to be expensive, but we do travel around the country quite a bit. I mean, just seeing family, and we're planning to go to Washington, D.C. next year, which I've never been. So, I mean, I still feel like I'm getting around seeing things, just maybe not out of the country, but eventually I'd like to, see some other places, Europe, Australia, start with all the English-speaking places before I venture somewhere where I can't speak the language, because that still scares me. But yeah, iPhone, yes, I have the Google Pixel 3 now, but I had an iPhone all the way up until I got that big Google Pixel 3, which I got like earlier this year. So I had an iPhone forever, but I don't miss it. That Google Pixel 3 is just as good. It does all the same things. So I don't miss it. Is there something better? I bet by then there will be. Have you gotten involved in theater yet? Because that's something you've wanted to do since you graduated from high school and you still haven't done it. That's definitely a goal I want to do in the next 5 years. So if you haven't done it yet, you need to get on that because it's something you really want to do. You know, I remember really wanting to do that. And you know what? I've thought about it several times over the past 5 years, but you know what? Doing YouTube has replaced it, I think. It's satisfied that need. I just felt the need at the time, I think, to be expressive, and YouTube was so new, and I think that was kind of, because I was seriously considering, like, I want to go do some theater or something. I still think it'd be fun, but it's not something I really want to do anymore. Yeah. I feel like YouTube has kind of replaced it. Like, it's a good outlet for expressing and having an audience and all that. So yeah, I don't really want to do that anymore. But if I got the opportunity, I would probably take it, if that makes sense. It's just like, I've looked into it several times, like maybe trying to be into like a Christmas play or something around the holidays. But like, I would never have time to go to rehearsals around work and everything. So yeah, that'd be kind of a challenge. I don't know. We'll see. Have you gotten more on top of your health? That's definitely something that you've been trying to work on for a long time. And I know it's hard. Don't let yourself go. Don't get complacent. Keep working on it. Your health is one of the most important things. So make sure you take care of yourself. Just remember that even if you haven't met all the goals that you want, or things aren't exactly the way you want them to be right now, just to keep trying, because there's so much to do and life can be really good. And don't forget that, because you're feeling pretty good right now. And hopefully you'll be feeling even better 5 years from now when you're 33. You're still young. You still got a lot ahead of you. So don't forget to enjoy the journey. It's about finding the awesome in every day. I hope you still have that attitude. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't forget to love you so that you can love others. Happy birthday again. Bye. Oh, baby Samantha was so sweet. Since then, I definitely had some weight fluctuations, like up and down. Just trying to figure out what works for me, you know? But man, I'm doing good now. Since I've done the keto, I've kind of figured out what works for me, you know? And I've never been more motivated. I definitely like had some ups and downs. I think this was kind of when I was really trying to get serious about weight loss. I think I had lost some weight, and like, no joke, I look pretty good in this video. Like, I love my hair. It's super cute. I am wearing makeup, which I never wear makeup anymore. Except for if I'm like going to a wedding or gone on a really fancy date with my husband or something, but I hardly ever wear makeup anymore. But I did back then, quite a bit still. Yeah, I definitely got worse before I got better. But, you know, it's a journey. Like she said, life is a journey. It's about finding the awesome in every day. I haven't used that wording in a long time, find the awesome in every day, but it's, you know, it goes without saying, like, I definitely still have that nerd fighter attitude. Like, don't forget to be awesome. Like, I even bought a hoodie that has that on it, from DFTBA. I definitely still have that attitude, and, still just trying to be the best person I can be, you know? This was kind of interesting. I've been planning to make this video for months, and I just finally got around to doing it. I didn't realize how heavy some of those questions were gonna be. Yikes. And some of those questions, I can't believe I put in a YouTube video. It's very personal, but that's okay. I mean, I'm ready to talk about some of that stuff. At the time, I really wasn't ready to talk about a lot of that, especially the religion stuff. Like just all that faith transition stuff. Yikes. But anyway, that left me drained emotionally, but yeah, things have gone really well since then. Like I have no regrets. Everything has happened for a reason and the way that it should have happened. I really hope that the same has been for all y'all. Let me know down in the comments, please, if you were around when I made that video. If any of you are still left. I doubt it, but I would just be really curious to know if any of you remember me making that. So let me know. Otherwise, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm really motivated to keep this channel going strong into the new year. I'm so excited. I have so many ideas, and I feel so much more comfortable doing it now. I'm better at editing, and just I feel more comfortable in front of the camera. I'm way more comfortable than I was back then. I was like, ugh, so nervous. But yeah. And hopefully the next 5 years will be even better. So tune in, hit the subscribe button, ring the jingle bell for notifications. And thanks you guys so much for watching this. This was really actually interesting and fun to make, so I'm glad I made it. I'm glad I got it done before the new year, so even though I didn't get it done on my birthday, it's okay. Got it done before the year ended, so I'll have to make another one, like going into the new year or something. Maybe I'll do it on New Year's or something. We'll see. Tune in. Gotta subscribe to find out. Bye, y'all.